How's everyone doing this morning? Everybody's muted, all right. Get started in a few minutes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Did you see it like that too?
Damn, I feel like I'm in a jury pool. You're guilty as charged.
Yes, bro. This is it. This is it. Get your seats while they're hot.
Yeah, right. Tell me about it. I just sent Andrew an email because my lifestyle email is not working.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I have an 11 o'clock Zoom interview, so I might cut out 5 minutes early.
That's fine. This is not going to be that long. It's just it'll probably be like half an hour, 40 minutes, maybe the most. It's not a long process to learn this. It's just a matter of mastering it and working it. So we'll talk about it. You can get an unlimited amount of leads here, so you'll see.
Weather's gorgeous today.
It is nice outside.
Yeah. I ran yesterday on the SIG. Today I'm going out again.
All right. Let's do something a little different here. What do we got? All right, we're gonna get started in about a minute. There we go. Nah, that's not important. That's not.
Now I'm in class, college.
All right, let's just do this one. Do the classroom one. Looks funny. All right, there we go.
I was just messing with you. You could have left in the other one.
Nah, this is cool. This is cool. All right. So how many people we got here? Good morning, everyone. Let's just give them a few more minutes just to make sure. All right, so this morning, let's get started. I wanted to talk to you guys about today about Facebook Marketplace and how you could actually get pretty much unlimited leads this way. I'm going to show you guys a step-by-step on how to do it. You're going to get ready because if you haven't been busy, you're going to be busy today. Today, you're going to start being extremely busy. So I'm going to start sharing my screen here so you guys can get an idea of how this works. And we will get started. So the first thing I want you guys to do, is it look good? Yeah, that's fine. First thing I want to let you guys see is your Facebook actually needs to be active. So if you haven't been on Facebook for a while and you haven't talked to anybody there yet, make sure that you're reaching out to people. It could be happy birthdays. It could be whatever it is, because the algorithm wants to know that you're active, that you're talking to people, that you're not a robot, that you're not trying to scam people out there. So the first thing I tell everyone, listen, go update your bio, make sure that everyone knows you're a realtor, and then give a little more information if you can on here about who you are so people can be relatable. So people are going to start looking you up and be like, who is this person? Why am I going to give them my information? Well, this is why, because this person is an actual realtor. He's busy in his community. He's doing his work every day. So keep that in mind. That'll be how Facebook works. So let's start off. What I tell everyone at the beginning when we start off is we're going to look for a property. And we're going to look for it, as a matter of fact. Let me get a full screen here. Give me a second. All right. So we're here in Matrix. You're going to go to your Matrix, of course, like normal. You're going to log in. And then once we get inside of Matrix, you're going to start looking for a property. You're going to go to research, go to rentals. So the first thing here is very important to make sure that I don't like to go coming soon. For instance, I take off active with contract. I usually active. And these are going to be really realized. The reason we're doing this is not to sell this specific property. We're not going after the property here. This is not the property we're selling. We're actually doing it so you can actually bring clients in and start working them as your clients. So the first thing I'll say is, let's say we'll give it a good range. We'll start off with a good range. Let's say, something active. So let's say 1,800 to 20, let's do 3,000. Find something nice. How many bedrooms? Usually in the area, I would say 2, 1 plus. Making sure that we have anything above 2 or 1 above. Depending on the area, if you're in Broward, Miami-Dade, up to you. I leave this open because I want to know, both sides where everything is looking at. But I also want to go down here. And I want to make sure that this is very important. If you haven't added any of these additional fields, I would say the first one you should add is blogging. This is very, without this, you're not allowed to put their property on what we're going to do here on Facebook. So make sure blogging is allowed. You can do pets and you can do rental periods. If you have any questions on these here, or which links or which shortcuts you want to have on yours like mine, let me know and I'll send you them after. But that's usually what we do. So we take the price point, we take the bedrooms and baths, area if you like to, and then we're just going to go straight up into the map. So once we're in the map, pretty simple from here on out. You're going to find a house that you like. I'll give you an example here. We're going to go and see somewhere by my house. Actually, we'll do Miami today. Let's go into some Miami Lakes. I'm here at the Lake Sox. See what we've got. Not much, as you can see, the inventory is going to be a little scarce. But so to make sure, the most important here is blogging, like I said, and these pictures got to be beautiful. This is going to be your advertisement. This is what people are going to look at. This is what's going to attract your buyers. So we're looking for something. Let's say, for instance, that has some nice pictures. Go into this one here. This is the 2,200 a month. Go down to the bottom. First thing you check is blogging. So make sure you have that on there. If it's on there, of course, check your pay. You don't want to make sure that people are not trying to scam you or give you some money you're not worth. So we have this one, and I go in here directly and I start looking at the pictures. And when you look at these pictures, remember, these are the pictures. You don't want to have that kind of stuff on there. You want something that's going to attract your customer, your clients to be like, man, that looks beautiful. So this one, pictures are so we're not going to use this. We're going to go back to the map, and we're going to find something a little nicer. Hopefully that wasn't one of you guys listening. And these pictures that you see small like this, don't even bother. So what I'll do is if we want to find something a little nicer, I'm going to go up a little bit. And I realize you don't have to do what I'm doing here, but I'm going to do it just for the picture's sake. Let's go 2,500 to 4,500, just because some people. And we'll go into matches. And then we'll go back down here in Miami Lakes, see if we can find anything. As you can see, many. But once you find a property you like, for an example, we're going to go a little higher. And I realized don't start picking properties all the way out far from you, because then you're going to start being bombarded. I mean, literally by the end of this day, if you do this and you post on Facebook, you're going to get 50 to 100 people hitting you up saying, "Hey, listen, is this property still available?" You don't want to be driving, down all the way down to Key Biscayne if you live in Pines, So just make sure you're farming an area if you can that's close to you. That way, it makes it a lot easier for you being able to go see that property. Now, one of the things that I like to do, like this is okay. We'll use this one as an example, right? So this is the tools that I like to use. So one thing that I always do to make my life easier is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take off full screen. And then I'm going to open up on the side here. I'm going to put rental pictures. That allows me to have a little folder on the side. Makes things simple for me. And what I'll do is I'll go into the pictures. Make sure they're open. Don't do it from the thumbnail. So if you do it from here and drag, you're not going to be able to. You're going to be really garbage. So go in here, make sure the pictures are big. Find the pictures you want. And just drag them over the ones you like. It could be the entrance, it could be whatever you like. The entrance. Make sure that the pictures are nice and the best pictures they will provide for you. Once you have all the pictures you like, you guys have the kitchen in there, of course. You want to make sure you have the living room, the patio if it has to be nice. Maybe the dog, maybe not. Who knows? Bathrooms, perfect. Because these clients that are coming in, they're going to want to know, okay, how's the bathroom look? How's the bedrooms? Does it have rugs? Does it have they want to know everything before they go in and see it. So I don't like that one. It's a little messy. Whatever. Anyways, you get the idea. Put all your photos in here and the little side that you have here. And then we're going to go back to Facebook. And now here, if you've never sold anything on Facebook Marketplace, it's pretty simple. It's not hard at all to do. It's very simple. You're just going to go into the Marketplace button. We're going to go to create a new listing. And then you're going to look for
Anthony, you froze.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah, you froze up there a minute.
Okay, yeah, the internet was a little iffy here. It just died for a second, but I should be back. So then we have Facebook loaded up. And you see the first thing you'll see on your left-hand side, you're going to see photos. You're just going to grab all your photos. This is why I use them on this side. Grab all your photos. That's the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. All right. Grab all your photos. Just drag them over and dump them. Everybody, make sure your mic's on mute, please, if you don't mind. Now, what I like to do is I like to go through the photos that I just brought in, and I want to make sure that the first photo they see is a picture of the house. So down here, you'll see it's the bottom. So we're going to bring it up and bring it up again, just so it's the first one that they see. Organize these the way you like. I usually like to do them the way they walk into the house. You'll see the house, you see the patio, and then once you walk in, you see the living room, and you organize them the way you like here. Joey, I'll answer your question in a second. Give me a second. So then you're literally going to start going. This is a house for rent. You go back in and say how much it is, $27.50 a month. So we know that the rental type is an apartment house or townhouse. Very simple to look at. You're going to go down here. It'll say something like townhouse. Perfect. Right here. So you'll make sure that's a townhouse. Sorry. Back to Facebook. Make sure it's a townhouse. How many rooms does it have? Same thing. So this is a 3, 2.5. Important here. So 3. You're going to go 2.5. So the half bathrooms, they don't let you do 1.5. So you can do 0.5. As far as the pricing goes, make sure it's correct. $27.50. Unless you want to pay their monthly. And then the address. So Somebody is open mic, please mute it if you can. So then we have the address. So I grabbed the entire address.
Vamos a ver si no aprende, porque lo habla y le da muy rápido a todo. Y se ríe.
All right, let me make sure everybody's muted.
Yo no voy a aprender así.
All right, make sure that's fine. All right, so then we're back on Facebook. Sorry, here's the address. I'm trying to mute people.
Puya para acá, puya para acá.
And then we're going to grab the address like normal. You're going to copy it, pop it into Facebook, and then Facebook's going to verify that that is the address. So make sure it'll pop up in blue, saying that we found the address. There's the map, location, everything pops up. And in the rental description, normally when you're putting a lease or you're doing your own properties, you would make your own description. But here, we can just take what they have. Now, be sure, don't do broker remarks. You want to just do the remarks part of it. And just go over it once and make sure that, hey, listen, looks nice. And they're not talking about some crazy stuff on here. This one looks good. And then we're going to go back to Facebook and just literally just put the description in here. If you want to, what I like to do is if you deal with a lot of Spanish customers, I take this and I put it into Google Translate and I translate it over and I pop it in here at the bottom for Spanish. That way you have both sides. You can have both sides covered. As far as the square footage, you can put it in if you want. The date available today. Laundry type, we'll make sure, always make sure that it has washer and washer. If it has a washer, normally has a dryer. So we'll make sure that the washer and dryer is there. So because when you come back to Facebook, it's going to ask you, what kind of laundry type does this thing have? And it will be like in-unit laundry. Perfect. As far as parking available, you do also want to look in here and see if they tell you if they allow parking spaces. This has 2 spaces, assigned parking and a guest parking. And there's a restriction for no RV enclosed, but that's usually typical. So we'll do parking type, parking available. You can also change that if you want. If it's free parking, or if it was only a garage parking, you can do that too. But here we go, we're gonna put in parking available. As far as the air conditioner goes, of course, same thing. Always look and make sure that everything is in here to make sure that it reflects what you want to put on. You don't want to be dealing with, oh, you told me AC, no, central AC, central. And usually it's going to be like that, but As far as pets, very important. Pets, yes. There is no restrictions on these pets, which is even better. Perfect. So we put cat, pet friendly. At this point in here, you're pretty much almost ready to go. The only thing left that you want to do is you want to make sure next, this is going to ask you for delivery method. This is Facebook not updating their way of selling houses and homes. Don't even worry about this. Just hit next. You're not going to be delivering anything with, So now this is the last step. So we're in Marketplace. We've done all our research. We put the pictures up. We have all the information about the property here on the side. The location is fine. And then we're going to publish it. Now, listen, on publishing, be very, very interesting. Be very cautious that if you've never, ever posted anything on Facebook Marketplace, the algorithm will catch that and will flag it. It will say, okay, let's make sure that this person's a real person. They're going to review it. They're going to look at it. They're going to see your activity, see what kind of person you are, if you're actually active on Facebook. And then they're going to start allowing you to post that message. It's very important not to over post things on Facebook Marketplace, especially if you've never done this before. The first time I started doing this, I posted 2 houses first day off the rip. I put a house for $4,000 a month. I put a house for $7,000 a month. 2 of them right away, thinking I would get $3,500 a month, half the month, and they banned me for a month and a half because who was I? I haven't been posting anything. I haven't been doing anything, and all of a sudden, I just put these 2 houses. So make sure you're active. Make sure you're actually talking to your friends and family, whoever it is, clients that you have on there. So once you hit publish, this thing goes live. Once it publishes, it's gonna go live. It's gonna be probably for review for a few minutes. Probably it took me about a half an hour for them to review it sometimes, and then it'll go live. Once it goes live, get ready, because you're gonna start getting messages coming in consistently. I mean, they're gonna be, by the end of the day, if you do this today and you have it posted and it's approved, by the end of the day, you'll have 50 to 60 clients trying to work with you about rentals. So that gives you an unlimited amount of source, and that's just one day. If you keep doing it, I would say start off with one a week. If you don't get banned in that first week because you're actively working in this, I would say the next week have 2 up, depending how much business you want to have. Some people only like to have 1 because 1's going to keep them busy. But if you want to have more, you can. It's completely up to you. Now, what I do, once the replies first come in, it's gonna come in something to say, hey, is this property available? Yes or no? and you're going to click on, yes or no, and you're going to reply to them. One thing that I like to have is these little questions that I have here on the side. So they're going to say, yes, this is available. And you're going to hit them right back with, listen, a few things to proceed. How many adults, how many pets, credit score, eviction, because you want to make sure you're not wasting your time. You're going to get everyone from everywhere going to hit you up. So make sure that you're actually screening them correctly so you won't have to waste your time. Also, this is very important that I like to do is once you have these questions answered and they reply, hey, absolutely, here's my credit score, here's my evictions, this and that, or maybe they don't have that stuff. We'll show you now in a second. Somebody's not muted. Everybody mute your mics, please. I hear some rustling in the back. Also, if you like to, I always send this out after I say, listen, also, if you'd like me to search for other homes in the area, I'm also going to need the area that you're looking for, the beds in the bath, and a good email to send you these. So realize you're gathering their information, they're becoming your client. You want to put them into a CRM if you have them, put them into your matrix, put them on a drip campaign immediately, and have them start sending properties for them and start working them like your active clients. This is how you're going to get an unlimited amount of clients. Also, I think Kunal, please, you mic. Let's start calling people out. So after that, if you've never actually screened the client first, let me show you how you can do that. So what I like to do after I gathered all their information, I'm going to go to Rent Spree, and Rent Spree. Hold on a second, I gotta mute him. All right. So Rent Spree, you can log in. I usually log in with my Google account. Actually, I'm not going to tell me right. Of course. Just log in with Google. And what this does, it allows you to run a background check, the application, a background check, an eviction notice, and their credit report all in one area. $30 charged to the client. You can have them. So I'll give you an example. I usually put a generic address in here. I requested 22 of them, and I'm going to do tenant screening up top, screen a new tenant. And then here's what they cover. How do we mute everybody?
Anthony, can you just do a master mute?
I'm looking for it, my brother. I got it. All right, everybody's muted. Can you still hear me? Probably. All right, perfect. So this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have screening options. Don't worry about the address too much because you're going to be showing them multiple houses and it's not going to be specific for that house. So you have your applicants, or me, who's paying for it, the applicant, of course. It's going to do their rental application. It'll give them all one PDF, beautiful looking. $30. It covers their credit report, covers the background, eviction notice. Everything comes into one file. You put it on your side. You attach that with your contract to lease, and it's literally easy to go. Nobody's ever complained about the $30 to me. If they are married, it's just $30 for both of them. So you can have them do jointly. And then when you get the report back, it's going to look professional. It's tell you everything about them, all the car that they have license, their business, how much money they make, everything's going to be on there. Very, very easy to do. Rent Spree is probably one of the coolest tools you can use for this process. Very simple. So you have your Facebook, you have it posted, you have your Rent Spree ready to go. You have your questions that you need to hit them up after you're ready to go. That's you get in contact with them. So you have all three bases covered. So you're not wasting any time. You're getting right out there, ready to go. So I'm going to open this up for questions. I know a lot of you are going to have a lot of questions. Just let me know. And actually, I'm going to unmute you guys again now. Actually, you guys can unmute yourselves. You're perfectly ready to go. So let me know if you have any questions. Go ahead, Joey.
All right. Couple of things. That list that you just showed of the questions that you answer, can you put it either in the chat or just email it to us?
Absolutely.
And then
I'm going to send you this.
Okay, cool. And another question, since I saw you grab that renters of the MLS, I noticed it was from another brokerage firm.
Yeah.
I thought we
Doesn't
weren't
matter.
allowed. Huh?
Doesn't matter. That's why the main point is right here where it says blogging. If they allow you to blog it, you're good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, as long as that's why it's when I go down into the criteria.
Okay.
I go down and I hit a custom field. I always make sure that blogging is enabled. Just that way, it allows me to do this what we're doing through Facebook.
Okay, so as long as it says blogging, we're allowed to grab it.
Correct.
Now, does that also apply for sales or no?
You can absolutely do it for sales. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've put up a few sales. I put up a few houses. You know, you can do the exact same thing. I haven't really gotten. You might get one person a month. Hey, listen, one person a month. It's good.
Right.
But don't. It's not going to be as active as the rentals are. The rentals are going to be.
Right, more active.
You'll see. It's going to be crazy.
So
It's going to be
as long as it says blogging, yes, we're allowed to grab it, and we won't get into trouble.
correct. So before you start doing any kind of research, first thing, pop it. Blogging.
Okay, great.
That way you
Thank
don't.
you.
That way you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, no problem.
All right,
Anybody else have any questions? Wow, no questions at all.
Actually, Anthony, I have a question. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. So, I have done this before, but what I come up is with like people that are not residents that don't have a social. How do I screen them, or what do I do about that situation?
Right, so you're gonna have to have them send you all their paperwork and information. Now, here's the thing. Remember, all this has to do at the end, who makes the decision to accept them or not, it's gonna be the owner, right? So the other agents, the selling agent's owner. So you'll see it sometimes in the notes that it might say, I need social security number, I need certain credit score, I need all this. If they have all that info, you're fine. As far as getting their evictions, I mean, I think they have a social security number that they would come in from, that they have like an ID. I got to find out for you exactly how do we screen those backgrounds, but I'm sure there is a way, and I will send it to you in the chats for you after that. I haven't dealt with anybody coming in out that didn't have any paperwork, but normally I would just deal with them that way. I was, if you have worked here, you haven't done anything here, then I would probably run it through a rent screen and see what's up, and see if you can actually get a hit back. But if not, then you're gonna have to go a little deeper, and I'll find out the actual software for you that we can actually.
Yeah, because I came across that he had a TIN number. He didn't have a social, he had a TIN. But I think when you put the TIN, it doesn't accept it.
Right, it won't accept it. It has to be another way of doing it. I haven't, personally, I can't say right now, but I will find the answer.
All right,
I know there is one out there, though. Absolutely. Anybody else? I mean, this is pretty simple. This is pretty straightforward. I know it's not the most important thing I can say is do not multi-post because you will get banned. Start off slow, one a week, ramp up if you have to do 2 a week if after that. But after like 2 properties, trust me, you're not gonna need more than 2 properties. If you pick the right area, pick the right price point, and have the right pictures, you're gonna be flooded with customers. With clients all day, and start working them like your clients. Realize a lot of these clients are gonna come in and they're gonna start renting. Remember, in this market, the rents are so high that you can actually start having those conversations. Hey, listen, did you know you only need 3.5% to buy a house? Your credit only needs to be 580 for an FHA loan. So these are the conversations you can start having and start moving them from a rental, because they probably that's all they thought they can afford, to moving into home sales and getting into your buyer's list. So you have that option with them. As far as these groups go on the side before the publishing, you can publish them to different groups. I haven't done any groups at the beginning just because of what I told you. After you get start going with this, you're doing it for a couple months, I would say probably start joining some groups if you like. That's completely up to you. But usually you're going to get everybody from the straight marketplace. You won't get them from the groups. And that is, I mean, for the most part, that's usually how it goes. I started doing this, and then I can't wait to hear you guys tell me how busy you guys are. Busy. I'm telling you, you guys are going to be flooded. But that's an overview for Facebook Marketplace. If you have any questions whatsoever, or you want to know anything else about this, call me up, text me at any time. I'm here for you guys at all times, and I'm ready to help. If you don't have any other questions, we can end it here. Keep a little short meeting. And
I think this was great.
that's it. I mean, like I said, use it to your advantage. Make sure you're reaching out. Oh, and another thing, when you start this, it's going to become very, very overwhelming. When you get a lot of these clients coming in, you're going to see, 50 to 100 in one day, you're going to be nuts. So what I would say is be professional in your follow-up. Make sure you're not leaving anybody out there just looking, and make sure that you're actually, inputting these people's information. Put them into a CRM if you can. Put them into an Excel spreadsheet, whatever it is. Because when you have 40, 50 people, they're looking for houses or looking for rentals, it's being organized is probably going to be your most important asset. Yeah, we'll have access to this video. I'll send it out again. It's being recorded, so you guys will be fine with that. All right. If
Awesome.
anybody else have any other questions, Like I said, call me or text me at any time. I'm here to help you with this or with anything else you might need. And I thanks everybody for your time.
I do have a quick question before you go.
Sure, go for it.
Thank you so much for this presentation. It was great. You said it's recorded and you're going to send it out again. Would you happen to know, because I've been on a couple of Zooms, the presentations are amazing. Any of the previously recorded Zooms, where would we find those? Would you happen to know that, or should I?
I don't know offhand. I'm gonna find out exactly if there's like a like a website where we have them all in one place. And if they do, I think LIR Cloud has a lot of the
No,
recorded ones.
I think it's on the new app that they created.
The new app. Right.
Either there, or I think it's on the our YouTube account.
YouTube has a ton of it. I know that.
Yeah, the LR Cloud only has maybe like 4 or 5, but they're old. So it's
Okay.
under I think most of they're starting to upload under the new app. And then I think YouTube.
Okay.
Like you said, I think that under the lifestyle YouTube banner, I think that's where we have most of our stuff at. But I think that's where we need updating it to.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. No problem. Anybody else? Keeping it short. Listen, also, hit me up with a text message or in our chats where we're at. Let me know how this is going for you. I'm really curious to see at the end of the day how many people have actually gotten, how many clients you've gotten. Okay, so hit me up. I want to see exactly how busy you guys are after this. All right. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Keep up the hard work, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Anthony. I think, yeah.